When you learn how to describe people in English, you normally start with their appearance. For example, he has brown hair, he has a mustache, and a beard. He's wearing a white t-shirt underneath a red jacket. But that's not what we're gonna do today. I'm going to teach you 15 words you can use to describe a person. These words can help you be more specific. There's gonna be a lot of information in today's lesson, so I have a test for you with 9 sentences. Can you please leave me your score in the comments below? Did you get 9 correct out of 9? Maybe 5 correct out of 9. Let me know. My name's Arnel. Let's start. I'm gonna start with 4 words together. Why? Well, these words are really similar, so I want them next to each other so we can compare them. We have a newcomer, a novice, a newbie, and a rookie. These words mean someone is new to something. They're a beginner. But that's too general. We need to be more specific. And the words newbie and rookie are pretty informal. You'll mainly hear them in spoken English, definitely not academic writing. A newcomer is someone who is new to a place or a group. A group like a sports club, an office, a team, something like that. Everyone at the Bookworm Reading Club really helped me feel welcome as a newcomer. I was new to the group. Everyone else had been there for months. And a bookworm is a really cute description. If someone is a bookworm, they love reading. Are you a bookworm? Pause. Sorry. When I was filming this video, I completely forgot to give you another example here. So here we go. Our company's training program is designed to support newcomers. If you're new to the team, we'll support you. Let's move on to novice. Novice. A novice is someone who is new to a skill or subject. You have little experience. The Gardening for Beginners course is designed specifically for novices with no prior knowledge or experience. I'm a novice at baking and haven't baked a successful cake yet. I'm still trying. I have little experience. And notice how we can say a novice at plus verb ing. That's pretty common. What's an informal way to say a novice? Well, number 3, a newbie. That's a really cute word, a newbie. I'm a newbie to coding and spend hours every day asking Google and ChatGPT how to do things. Sorry, how do you get text on a picture on Instagram? Sorry for asking, but I'm a complete newbie. One more, rookie. A rookie is pretty specific. Normally when we use the word rookie, we're speaking about a person who is new to a sports team or the police force. The rookie quarterback impressed everyone with his performance in his first game. And a quarterback is a position in football, American football. As a rookie cop, Steve had to work hard to prove himself to his superiors. A cop. A cop is an informal way to say a police officer. So all of the words in today's lesson can be used as nouns. But you can see in my last 2 examples, I'm using the word rookie as an adjective. That's okay too. So in today's lesson, I'm going to use a combination of nouns and adjectives. Before we move on, I want to introduce a common phrase. Rookie mistake. A rookie mistake. If you make a rookie mistake, you make a basic mistake. You kind of think, how did I make that mistake? Maybe you're a little bit embarrassed.
Damn it! Rookie mistake!
I forgot to save my work before closing the program. Classic rookie mistake. Teacher number 1. I assumed my advanced students were confident with the present perfect, so I skipped their grammar review and they didn't do very well on the exercise. Rookie mistake. Always concept check your students' understanding, no matter what level they are. Let's review these 4 words with some headlines. A newcomer replaces Beyoncé at number 1 on a Billboard chart. Somalia's violin novice to TV orchestra triumph in 4 years. 16 ways you know someone is an NYC, New York City, newbie, according to New Yorkers. Spurs standout Victor Wembanyama named 2023-2024 Kia NBA Rookie of the Year. If you want to read any of these articles, I'll link them down below for you. Let's look at this headline again. I think many of you are familiar with Beyoncé. If you're not a fan, I'm sure you've at least heard of her. If you haven't, Beyoncé is a professional singer and expert performer. She has been in the public eye for over 2 decades and is certainly a veteran in the music industry. Professional, expert, and veteran. But first, if someone is in the public eye, this means they are famous. So Beyoncé is certainly in the public eye. Let's start with expert. Definition: the opposite of a novice. Is an expert experienced? Yes. Is an expert knowledgeable on a topic? Absolutely. The museum invited a guest speaker who was an expert on ancient Egyptian artifacts. A veteran. 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 Definition: the opposite of a newcomer. Has a veteran been in an industry for a long time? Yes. Is a veteran an expert? Usually, yes. As a veteran photographer, Bill Sampson's portfolio is filled with iconic images of Hollywood stars and music legends. So, what's the difference between an expert and a veteran? Well, when we use the word veteran, we mean someone who has been part of an industry for a long time. They've had a long career. I mean, you can become an expert relatively quickly, 5 or 6 years, but to be a veteran, you need decades. There's another quick definition I want to look at. Veteran has another common definition. It can also mean a retired soldier who has fought in a war. For example, my grandfather is a veteran of World War II. So veteran used in this way is often seen in the news. A professional. Definition: a person who has training and qualifications. Does a professional have a high level of training or education? Yes. Is a professional paid for their work? Absolutely. Linda received recognition as a top professional in the field of architecture. What's the opposite of a professional? An amateur. An amateur. Does an amateur do something as a job or as a hobby? a hobby. Is an amateur an expert? Usually not. I enjoyed the performance. I was really impressed by all of the actors, but the actor playing the mayor seemed like a complete amateur. The city's annual charity soccer match is open to both professionals and amateurs. Everyone is welcome. It's a really fun day. Let's do another mini review.
He's an expert potter who signs up for novice classes to impress people.
Okay, first of all, a potter is someone who makes pottery. And this is hilarious. He's an expert, but he goes to classes for beginners. I mean, look at the difference. This one and this one.
I'm a veteran, Mother.
A veteran bedwetter.
A bedwetter is a person who wets their bed, meaning, well, they pee in their sleep. So, the man is talking about being a war veteran, and she's saying he's experienced at wetting beds.
Amateur or professional?
Professional.
Okay, so we know professional and amateur. But what if I'm neither? What if I don't know anything about a certain industry or a topic? I would be a layman. Layman. A layman is a person who doesn't know anything about a specific topic or industry. They don't know the terminology, so it has nothing to do with their level of English. They just don't know what things mean. My science teacher explained the complex theory in terms a layman could understand. Imagine you want legal advice. So you look online, you go to a website, and as you're reading, you're thinking, I don't know what any of these things mean. How could a layman possibly understand anything on this website? I want to show you another example I found in a book I just finished reading, Picture You Dead by Peter James. Two people are discussing the cause of death of one of the characters. This reveals the immediate cause of death as a myocardial infarct. Can you translate that into layman's language? The gentleman died of a classic heart attack. So for most people, day to day, we just say heart attack. A heart attack is when blood can't get to your heart. This is incredibly painful and you can die. So only people in the medical industry know the term myocardial infarct, not laymen. Let's keep moving. Here is my living room, for example. You can see I like to keep things simple. I don't want a lot of stuff in my living room. I am a minimalist. A minimalist. Ooh, here's my living room. I like to have as much stuff as possible. I am a maximalist. A maximalist. You can see we have two opposites. A minimalist likes to keep things simple. Only the basic things, just things they need. A maximalist likes things to be more ornate. They like to be surrounded by things they love. And when we use these terms, we're normally describing a person's house or lifestyle. And just to be clear, if someone is a maximalist, it doesn't mean they are messy. It just means they like to have a lot of things. It doesn't mean clutter. Jenna is a true minimalist. She only owns things she really needs or loves. As a maximalist, Tom finds joy in collecting various pieces of art and displaying them throughout his house. What about you? Are you a minimalist or a maximalist? Or somewhere in the middle? Speaking of art, Tom wants to buy this painting. It usually costs around $3,000. It's pretty pricey. But Tom knows people in the art world. He has connections. Tom is an insider. An insider. If someone is an insider, they are part of that group. They know people, they have connections. A journalist spoke to an insider who gave details about the company's new product. During the interview, Karen shared her experiences as an insider in the film industry, giving us a behind-the-scenes look at movie production. What's the opposite of an insider? I'm sure you can guess. An outsider. An outsider, someone who is not part of the group. Even though I've lived in this town for 5 years, I still feel like an outsider. I feel like I don't really fit. Liam felt like an outsider at his family reunion because he hadn't seen his relatives in years.
The fact that you would even say this in front of an outsider is amazing to me. Jesus Christ, some loyalty?
This character is angry that this character said something private in front of an outsider. She should not have said what she said. Where is her loyalty? Ooh, an outsider. Okay. You know when you go to a movie, there's always 1 or 2 people who arrive late? Excuse me, sorry. Coming through, sorry. Excuse me. My popcorn. If someone is late to an event, they are a latecomer. A latecomer. And remember, a latecomer is not the opposite of a newcomer. A newcomer is someone who is new to a place or a group. A latecomer is late for an event. Latecomers will not be allowed in the testing room. Sorry, if you're late, you're too late. Marcia waited at the entrance to welcome any latecomers and direct them to the appropriate check-in desk. Okay, we need to do one more. Let's end this lesson with a lot of enthusiasm. Enthusiasm. Enthusiasm means a lot of positive energy about a certain topic or activity. If enthusiasm were an animal, it'd be a dog. You can imagine, dogs are just full of enthusiasm. So how can we describe a person with a lot of enthusiasm? Well, they're an enthusiast. An enthusiast. Being a fitness enthusiast, Brendan decided to turn his passion into his profession by becoming a personal trainer. Veronica is a real surfing enthusiast, and she writes the name of every beach she has surfed at on her surfboard. Are you an English enthusiast? Well, I think if you've made it this far into the lesson, you are, which means I'm sure you're really excited about the test. Test time! I have 9 sentences. Can you please choose the correct option for each sentence? And remember, you don't just want to choose the option that's grammatically possible, you want to choose the option that fits best. Pause the video to do this. Here are the answers. How did you do? Let me know in the comments below. Please, I love hearing from you. You can even leave me a couple of example sentences. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.